Hey guys, today we're going to do an unboxing and overview of the Panasonic UB420. This is an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and this came out about 2 years ago, 2018. This is the middle of their lineup for Blu-ray players, I believe. The top of the line is the UB820, which I actually had before. If you guys watched the video I did on my Asus monitor, I used the 820, but at that time I wanted to take full advantage, of that Asus monitor with the HDR and everything. But now I actually got rid of that one and I got this one instead because I think it's a better value. Now the only difference between this one and that one is that the higher end one, the 820, has support for Dolby Vision and it has a display here, whereas this one does not. Right? That's pretty much the only difference. And that one is 400 bucks, I think. This one's like 225. So, to me, it's not worth an extra 100 to 150 bucks just to add some LED display and support for Dolby Vision, unless you really want to have Dolby Vision, right? If you really want to have that HDR support on your TV, then the 820 pretty much has everything. But this one's good enough. It's got, all the support, HDR 10 plus, right? Including this one, and HLG, I believe, as well. So it has support for all the HDR formats except for Dolby Vision. And it has all Panasonic's technologies built in as well, so there's nothing missing there. Ultra HD premium colors, HCX processor, you got 4K upscaling, high-res audio support, and let's see, we got Wi-Fi, of course, some internet apps all built in. I think these are Panasonic Viera apps or whatever, which I've experienced because I had a Panasonic TV before. But otherwise, yeah, it has support for all the same stuff that the UB820 does, but at a much lower price. So I think this one's definitely a better value. Let's take a look at what's inside. So of course you get the power cord, right? You need that to operate the player. Also you get two AA batteries, which is probably for the remote, I'm guessing. And let's see. This is the player, and this is the manual, of course. You need to know how to operate the device, although a Blu-ray disc player is generally pretty simple and straightforward to operate. And then this is the remote. So you can look at the remote. You got power button, AV, volume up and down, open, close, Blu-ray player, audio, and then this is all the numbers for the channels and stuff, I guess. And yeah, just inputting that. It looks like a phone pad, actually, like a numpad. Video settings, status, playback info, internet. What's the internet button do? I'm not sure about that. Search, play, and search is like go back, maybe in a Blu-ray player. This can also play DVDs and regular Blu-rays, of course, so that might be useful for that. Skipping, pausing, stop, also CDs as well, so I guess that's why some of this might be useful to skip. And pop-up menu, HDR setting. You got a dedicated Netflix button, right? Netflix is the most popular streaming service. Home, top menu, navigation right here, option return, and then you got the RGYB buttons, which I don't really use, and I'm not too familiar with those. But those of you guys who know what these buttons do, then let me know, because I don't really use them. But yeah, that's the remote. Operates on AA's, and yep. Let's look at the player itself. Let's see. This is a pretty light player. It's definitely. So I can hold it with one hand. Like, that's how light it is. It's pretty light, and it's pretty slim too. So super slim player right here. So yeah, this is a super slim, lightweight player. I can hold it with one hand, right? That's how light it is. Generally, you cannot hold a hi-fi or AV equipment with one hand. That's very, very uncommon. But this one is definitely light enough for that. So yeah, Ultra HD Blu-ray, and then you got open, right? Eject the Blu-ray or CD or DVD. Then the on button right there. On-off button, and yeah, this one opens up, and then you can see the inside. This is where the Blu-ray player is for Ultra HD Blu-rays, UHD Blu-rays, regular Blu-rays, DVDs, and CDs all supported. No support for SACD, but those of you who have SACDs probably have a dedicated player for that anyways. Then you got USB port right here, and then you got some LEDs here. Again, there is no text display here. You had to upgrade to the UB820 model to get an extra text display. But for me, I don't think that's really worth an extra $100 or $150 just to have that text display. So I'm okay with not having it for this cheaper model right here. It's only like $225, so that's fine. And then at the back, you have, of course, your AC in. Java. This is Java powered? Okay, I did not know that. But apparently it's powered by Java. Just like the websites are. DTS HD Master Audio. Dolby Audio support, of course. You got audio out, HDMI audio out only, and video out. So there's two HDMI outputs right here. If you only want to output the audio, you would use this one. And if you want to output both the audio and the video, then use this one. Then you got another USB port and LAN right here, Ethernet, right? And optical out as well. So if you have something that takes an optical in, a lot of receivers do, then you have an optical out right here, and that's it. And made in China, that's not surprising. Otherwise, pretty bare bones player, but that's what you expect at this price point. This is a mid-range Blu-ray player, and honestly it's a pretty cheap one too. So I would consider this even a budget Blu-ray player, because at $200 for an Ultra HD Blu-ray player, it's a pretty good deal. I guess I was looking at the Sony as well, the X700, X800, but the Panasonic has support for the HDR10 Plus, and has all the network features that I wanted, so I went with the Panasonic. And we'll hook this one up to my TV and see how it performs, because I have an Ultra HD Blu-ray to play. And that's it. Let's go take a look at how this actually performs. Alright guys, so the movie I'll be using to demonstrate this 4K Blu-ray player is The Avengers, the original one from 2012, which has been re-released in 4K Ultra HD. So I have the disc right here, and we'll just be popping that in. And I have the Blu-ray player all hooked up right now. You can see the 420 Panasonic, and let's just put the disc in. Alright, and you'll notice that there is no display on this player, so for that you'll need to upgrade to the higher end model, the 820, which, you know, they'll add in LCD or a LED display actually. So that's one of the few differences between the two. So we'll just, there we go. And then we'll just see it automatically play the movie. So basically everything will have to be done on the TV, since there's no display on the player itself. Alright, so this is the UHD. When I put it into the Blu-ray player, it shows the menu, so I'm going to use the remote right now, of course, to select. I'm going to use, there's an English descriptive audio, there's English. So one thing about UHD Blu-rays and even regular Blu-rays that I kind of don't like is the fact that they don't put too many extras. So remember when you had DVDs, they had a lot of different extras, and they usually put, like, you know, different commentary tracks and scenes like that, but they don't seem to put that for new Blu-rays and stuff like that. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Alright, so we do get Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, because this is a UHD Blu-ray and HDR as well. So you guys can hear it with the sound bar. I'm gonna actually connect it to the sound bar so you guys can hear it with the full glorious 7.1.2 audio all enabled. Alright guys, so now I got hooked up to my sound bar so you guys can experience the full 7.1.2 Dolby Atmos mix, and you guys can see everything in the full HDR 4K glory, right? This being 4K UHD. The benefit of buying a UHD, by the way, versus like streaming or anything else, is the fact that you get some guaranteed quality control. So you get the guaranteed fact that it's gonna have HDR. Most UHD Blu-ray discs also have Dolby Atmos and DTS:X on them as well. So you get that kind of guaranteed, which is why I still like physical media sometimes, right? Because when you download or stream something, you don't always get that guaranteed. Like, some might have some HDR standards, some might not. Some might have Atmos, some might not, right? Whereas with UHD Blu-rays, you get some kind of guaranteed standards. So that's why some people still, you know, prefer to have UHD Blu-ray players and physical discs like me. Okay, so let's look at a scene. Of course, I'm only going to show a little bit of each scene because of copyright reasons. but you guys can hear it. And the audio is going to be very loud, by the way, because for UHD Blu-rays, since it's like always like full atmos, I can turn it up quite a bit. So let's go to the famous Avengers Assembled scene right here.
I don't see how that's a party.
Dr. Banner, now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Captain. I'm always angry.
Alright, just going to show a little bit of that scene. It's copyrighted, but yeah, I gotta say, watching a UHD Blu-ray is, especially, you know, on a nice 4K OLED TV plus a full Dolby Atmos setup, is really the closest thing you can get to be in the theaters. Sounds really nice, looks really nice. Alright, so let's actually go back to the Panasonic home menu, because this player does other things other than just play movies. Alright, so this is the Panasonic Blu-ray player's home menu. So you get some other things you can do here, not just play Blu-ray disc, right? So you can also play videos from USB. So if you have some movies on USB, I'm not really sure exactly what kind of files it plays, but you can do that. Here it looks like as well. Music, you also can play from, of course, CDs or USB as well. MP3s, FLACs, high-res audio, can all play that. Photos, I guess, I'm not sure what is a photo disc, but anyways, you have photos as well. You can also play that from USB. Alright, so if we go to home network, we can actually play media from our network servers. So if you have a NAS server or any device connected to DLNA, you can actually play through that. You can also do mirror and media render, which I haven't tried yet. But let's do network media playback, because I do have a NAS server hooked up. So okay, this is my Synology disk station on here actually. You guys can see that. So I found it on the network, so I'm connected, wired to the network right now. And then if I go to video, okay, this is what I have on my server. I have Silicon Valley Season 3. So yeah, this is all played from my network server right now. So I can play any media from my DLNA as well. So that's pretty useful to have. I'm not going to play too much footage because of the copyright thing, but you guys know what it does basically. And then if I go to home network, so this actually activates the Panasonic players. This is their built-in smart TV-ish service. This is actually directly ripped off of their Vera TVs, which is kind of an old system now, but this was on Panasonic Vera TVs before, which I'm pretty familiar with, right? Because I owned a Panasonic Plasma TV for like 5 years. Yeah, Netflix here, Amazon Prime Video, Shoutcast Radio, whatever that is, and then some. This is like an app market, I guess. You have a web browser, which I'm not going to use because it's probably going to be pretty bad. And then you have YouTube right here. Let's look at YouTube, because that's what I'm usually on. I don't have Netflix, and I usually don't have streaming services. So, oh, okay, let me skip that. And there we have YouTube now. So it's not exactly as good as, you know, Android TV or anything, but you can definitely hook up to YouTube using this player. Right, so that's cool. Let's look at a 4K video of a drone flying around. Like I had. Alright, so this is a 4K UHD video from YouTube. that I'm playing using the Panasonic player right now. So that's pretty cool. You can connect to your YouTube on this. Pretty nice footage. Okay, I can even this might be nice to have even as like a wallpaper or something like that, like a screensaver type of thing. You know how you go to one of those electronic stores, Fry's, Best Buy, and they'll have all these TVs set up, and this will be probably one of the videos they'll be looping on those TVs, right? Is one of these 4K drone shot videos. It's really nice and relaxing, and really shows off the colors of the TV. In my case, I'm using the LG C9 OLED TV, so my TV looks really nice, right? It being a 4K OLED with HDR. I believe this video is also HDR as well, so definitely shows it off very nicely. But yeah, definitely Panasonic player can also play YouTube, which is nice, and 4K YouTube videos are also nice to see on there. And I was using the Panasonic service, which is, you know, kind of laggy and outdated, but at least you have it. Oh, there's a more. Okay, so there's AccuWeather. For some reason, if you ever want to see the weather on your TV or the weather forecast, you have that. And then settings and Berliner Philharmoniker. I don't know what that is, but you have that. I wonder what's with these tiles. I don't even know. Like, why even show these tiles if there's nothing on them? Anyways, let's go home. There's nothing. Okay. Alright, so that was network service. And if you guys want to see the setup settings, you can also change your wallpaper. So I think you would probably choose a custom photo, because the default wallpaper is pretty uninspiring. And then if you ever want to see what setup options you have this here, all the HDMI settings, video settings, audio settings, 3D settings, because actually it can play 3D Blu-ray videos as well. You can change the language, network settings, even ratings, and other settings right there, like updates and stuff. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. That is the Panasonic UB420 Blu-ray player, which in my opinion, I've had the 820 as well, the upgraded model, and they're not much different. If you really want Dolby Vision support and the ability, you know, for the Blu-ray player to actually display text from the player, then like have an actual display, then the 820 is probably the one you want. But for me, I think this one's a better value, because you save like $150 by getting this model, and it's really not missing much. It has almost everything that the higher end models have. So I do recommend this one. It's only 200. You can probably find it for about 200 bucks, a little bit more than 200 bucks, but for that price, it's a really good value. So this is like one of the best Blu-ray players on the, or Ultra HD Blu-ray players on the market, right? Very competitive with the Sony Blu-ray players too. So yeah, that's the Panasonic UB420. Just showed you guys all the different functions of this player, and hope you guys learned something from it. Please let me know any comments in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching.